First on Fox, 7 people had to be rescued from a trail on Mount Hood after spending about 30 hours out there. The hikers intended to take just a day trip, but then they went the wrong way. Fox 12's Audrey WEIL spoke with 2 of those hikers and a rescuer and joins us now live with the story. Audrey?
Yeah, Nora, they were trying to get to Ramona Falls, and to give you an idea of what exactly happened here, this down here is the route that they intended to take. Instead, they ended up over here on this trail, 2 very different trails.
It was an intended day trip to Ramona Falls turned search and rescue operation.
We're lucky to be where we are, and we are very happy to be able to be home and be warm and be safe.
Dawson and Carly Schaup and 5 of their friends set out Sunday afternoon for the Ramona Falls Trail. Instead, they say Google Maps led them to the top spur trailhead, what ended up being a difficult stretch with several miles of downed trees. The trek made worse when fog and rain moved in. There was even snow.
It was pretty evident that we weren't going to be able to make it out.
The group eventually turned around and had no choice but to stay the night. They were able to make a fire and had an emergency blanket.
Using body heat and just focusing on what it would take to get through each minute while we were there.
Family members reported them missing. Clackamas County Search and Rescue teams were called in. By Monday morning, they found their cars and then found the hikers in the same tricky spot where Jerry King says they'd recently done another rescue.
We kind of suspected they would be in that massive blowdown area, and they were.
The hikers were exhausted and in the early stages of hypothermia. One had to be carried in a wheeled basket. Until about 30 hours after their journey began, they were all out safe.
It was definitely a scary situation, but we had a lot of people praying for us, and God really did answer all of those prayers.
King says it's a reminder to always have the essentials like GPS and a fire kit.
8x12 tarp. You can take the tarp, use these ropes, tie them up to trees, and now you're out of the rain. And if you're dry, you're winning in the game right there.
Because you never know what a seemingly simple hike can turn into.
It's something we love to do and we'll continue doing. We'll just be a little bit more prepared next time.
And a couple things to remember, there are still a lot of downed trees on trails still from that Labor Day windstorm last year, and there's also snow on the mountain, even though it might seem sunny and nice here in town. And another thing, King says you can always call the ranger station ahead of time just to get an idea of what the conditions are before you head out, and he suggests checking several sources ahead of time. Reporting live in Beaverton, Audrey WEIL, Fox 12 Oregon.